Welcome to another video in the Automation with Ansible AWX series by TechLatest.net. So far in this series, we've delved into the high-level concepts of Ansible, explored the ins and outs of Ansible AWX. In addition, we've also explored Ansible Tower and conducted an in-depth comparison between Ansible AWX and Tower. TechLatest.net offers a pre-configured virtual machine solution for Ansible with AWX, readily available on top cloud platforms, including Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services AWS, and Microsoft Azure. Additionally, this solution receives regular updates and patches, ensuring that you have easy access to the latest version whenever you deploy it. Indeed, we've already taken a comprehensive journey through the process of provisioning Ansible AWX, which is made available by TechLatest.net on the Google Cloud Platform, GCP. We've covered the steps and details to get you up and running with AWX in the GCP environment. In today's video, we'll take you through the process of provisioning and connecting to the Ansible AWX virtual machine solution offered by TechLatest.net on Amazon Web Services, AWS. This step-by-step tutorial will equip you with the skills you need to get started with Ansible AWX on AWS. Please note that if you wish to provision this VM on the Google Cloud Platform or on Azure Cloud, you can skip ahead to the respective video. You'll find the links to those specific tutorials in the video description. We want to make sure you have the flexibility to choose the cloud platform that best suits your needs, and our video series is designed to accommodate your preferences. Feel free to jump to the video that aligns with your cloud infrastructure of choice. Let's dive right in. Open Ansible AWX, Open Source Ansible Tower Alternative, VM listing on AWS Marketplace. To do so, go to the TechLatest.net website. Navigate to the Products and Support page. Use the search feature on the website and search for Ansible. Look for the option labeled Ansible AWX and click on it. You can read the offer overview on this page. Scroll up. You should find a button that says, Launch Now on AWS. Click on this button to initiate the provisioning process. From here, you can obtain more information about the offering and take the necessary steps to set it up on AWS. Scroll down to check more details like pricing, operating system, vendor recommended machine type, etc. You can check usage instructions from here. Once you are ready, click on Continue to Subscribe button on top right corner. Log in with your credentials if you are not already logged in. It will ask you to subscribe to the product. As I am already subscribed to the product, I am getting the next screen, which is a default annual contract page. But if you provisioning it first time, it will ask you to subscribe the product. On this annual contract page, you can see all the details to provision this VM on annual basis. If you prefer not to provision the solution with an annual contract, you can skip this step by not selecting any values from the drop-down menus, as demonstrated here. This will allow you to proceed without committing to an annual contract, and you can explore other available options or continue with your desired configuration. If you choose not to configure an annual contract, the instance will be provisioned on an hourly basis. Make sure the total contract price is $0 and then click on Continue to Configuration button on top right corner. On the next page, you'll find detailed information about the pricing options, including hourly, monthly, and annual rates. Select a region where you want to launch the VM, such as US East and Virginia. Click on Continue to Launch button. Choose Action option comes with you 3 values. You can launch it through EC2 or from website or copy to service catalog. Let's choose Launch from website. Optionally change the EC2 instance type. This defaults to T2, medium instance type, which have 2 vCPUs and 4 GB RAM. You can change the instance type to higher configuration from here as per your need. Next, we have VPC settings. Optionally change the network name and subnetwork names, or go with the default one. Next, select the security group. Be sure that whichever security group you specify have ports 22, for SSH, 3389 for RDP, and 80 for HTTP exposed. Or you can create a new security group with the pre-configured ports. To do so, click on Create New based on seller settings. Give a name and description to the security group, and save the changes. Be sure to download the key pair, which is available by default, or you can create the new key pair and download it. When you click on Create New Key Pair in EC2, it will take you to the AWS console on Key Pair page. Click on Create Key Pair from top right corner. Once you successfully create the new key pair in the AWS console, come back to the AWS Marketplace page here. Refresh the drop-down using this. The newly created key will be available in the drop-down. Check for all the configuration once. When you are ready, click on Launch. Ansible AWX, open source Ansible Tower alternative, will begin deploying. A summary page displays. To see this instance on EC2 console, click on EC2 console link. Wait for 1 to 2 minutes to get the instance ready. Once your instance is in running state, you are good to go. You can give a name to the instance by clicking here and entering the name. When you tick this checkbox, it will show you all the details about the instance. When the instance is up and running. To connect to this instance through PuTTY, copy the IPv4 public IP address from here. Open PuTTY, paste the IP address and browse your private key you downloaded while deploying the VM. To do so, from left pane, select SSH. Auth then. Credentials. Browse your private key here. Click on Open. In SSH Terminal, log in with Ubuntu user. Once connected, change the password for Ubuntu user using sudo password Ubuntu command. Now the password for Ubuntu user is set. You can connect to the VM's desktop environment from any local Windows machine using RDP protocol or Linux machine using Remina. From your local Windows machine, go to Start menu. In the search box type and select Remote Desktop Connection. In the Remote Desktop Connection wizard, paste the public IP address of the VM and click Connect. Accept the warning message here. This will connect you to the VM's desktop environment. Log in with Ubuntu user and the password set in the terminal to authenticate. Click OK. Now you are connected to out-of-the-box Ansible AWX, open source Ansible Tower alternative, environment via Windows machine. You can access the AWX setup files by going to Home, Ubuntu, Setup directory. Here we have AWX setup files. Till now, we saw SSH and RDP connectivity. Now let's see how to access the Ansible AWX GUI via browser. For that, let's go the SSH terminal first, or you can open the terminal from RDP window as well. Ansible AWX is provided as the Docker installation. We can check the status of running containers by entering sudo docker ps, a command in the terminal. You can see 3 containers are listed which are up and running. AWX generate the default password for admin user during the setup installation. To get the default password, we will run this command here. Sudo docker logs tools _AWX_1, which is the AWX container name, pipe grep, admin password. Now we have the AWX admin user password with us. To access the AWX GUI, copy the public IP address of the VM from VM's details page. Open new browser window, and paste the public IP page, hit enter. It will show you a AWX login screen. Log in with the admin user. Copy-paste the admin user password from the terminal. From here, and log in. Here we have the AWX user interface. User interface makes it easier to manage and automate tasks using Ansible playbooks and other options, as we all know that Ansible itself is a command line tool. So with AWX GUI, you can manage and automate tasks easily. You can see all this options in the left pane, like projects, inventories, credentials, hosts, access, views, schedule, etc. We will have a separate video where we will walk you through all these options. You must change the default password for admin user as security measures. To change the admin password, in left pane click on Users. Click on Admin User, click on Edit and enter the new password and save the changes. Make a note of this password. If you lost it, then it will be difficult to log in to the interface. This is how you can provision and use the tech-latest Ansible AWX offering from AWS Marketplace. If, for any reason, the Ansible AWX web interface is not accessible, you can troubleshoot by checking the status of the containers and restarting it. You can do this by running the sudo docker ps-a command in the terminal. This command will list all containers, along with their status and other relevant information. By examining the output of this command, you can identify if there are any issues with the containers running Ansible AWX. It's a valuable step in diagnosing and resolving any problems that may be affecting the web interface. If the output shows containers in exited state, then please restart the container by using this command. Sudo docker start containers name. You can copy-paste the container's name from the output of previous command. Wait for few seconds. Now access the Ansible AWX web interface from the browser. This is how you can troubleshoot the containers issue. Great! That wraps up today's video. In our next video, we will walk you through the steps to provision and connect to tech latest Ansible AWX offering on Azure Cloud. Thank you for joining. Keep tuning for more videos. Have a fantastic day, and happy automation with Ansible AWX.